everybody, this is Ed here from BCA Outdoors. Today I'm going to be going over my loadout video. My loadout video, I'm not an ultralight backpacker. I carry what I want. I just deal with the consequences of it. I've had no problems whatsoever. So that being said, here we go. So first, I'm going to do my shelter and my sleep system. Okay, first my shelter. The Snug Pack Scorpion 3 tent. It's a 4-season tent. Heavy, but does the job very, very well. I like this tent. Like I said, the only problem is it is heavy and it is a 4-season tent. So using this during the summertime, you're going to get warm. Using it during the wintertime, it blocks the snow. I've had this out in the snow. It works really well. It really works well in windy situations, especially when you tie it all out. It's a 3-person tent. I like room. I put all my gear in with me. I don't like leaving stuff outside, especially when I'm in public areas. You know, I don't want things to grow legs and walk away. Very well built so far. There's been some reviews where some people are having a problem with these. It seems like they maybe move manufacturers or whatnot, and the quality control went down. I've not had a problem with this tent so far. I'm going to be giving you a review on this in the near future. But it's great. I've been using this for about a year. It works really, really well. That's my Snug Pack 4-season tent. Next, once again, Snug Pack. Snug Pack Nautilus SQ. This is my synthetic sleeping bag. I do not have a down sleeping bag at the moment. I'm actually in the market for one. This sleeping bag can go down as a low to -2. The comfort level is 3 degrees to about 37 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what I'm going to probably be in this trip, in that comfort zone around that area. Maybe a little bit cooler when I'm at the top of the mountain, or maybe a little bit warmer when I'm at the bottom. It works well. It does its job, but make sure that if you're going to be in colder climates, wear layers when you're sleeping in this, because you can get chilled really, really good. I woke up shivering one night and I had to basically get my blood working and get myself warm again. But it really, really works. The Snug Pack Nautilus SQ. If you're looking for a synthetic, this one's a good one. Comfort item, and also to keep me off of the ground, I have my Climax. It's a rugged, lightweight sleeping pad. It's an inflatable sleeping bag, so it'll actually keep you off the ground by about, I'm going to say about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Actually 2.5 inches. There we go. It has an R rating of 4.4, which is right here, which is your reflective rating or radiation rating, how much it can reflect back the heat to you to keep you warmer. Highly recommend always going out with a sleeping pad. I mean, you can go out and buy one of those little fold-up styrofoam ones. They work. I just like the comfort of sleeping on an air mat. It's a luxury item for the most part, but it's also very necessary because I want to keep myself off the ground. You lose more heat sleeping on the ground than you would if you slept on one of these. Okay? They work really well. I actually recommend these. It does work really well. So basically, that's my sleep system. And of course, I'll be wearing layers. Next, we're going to go over my cooking system. Okay? First, start off with my fuel. This is basically butane, I believe. Just a 500T can of butane. That's it. Very basic. Paired with that, and this right here is, for me, irreplaceable. I love this. I love the company that actually makes them. They do a good job. It's from a company out here in Japan called Soto, and they do a really good job. It's a miniature stove. Basically, you put out your arms, put everything you want on top of it. It has an electric igniter sparker, so it sparks it up automatically. It's very, very light. I mean, it only weighs a few ounces, and it works incredibly good. It really does. Considering the price I paid for this, and considering the price of other things, this is well worth it. I bought this out here in Japan. I got it on sale at an outdoor shop down where I live. And being in Japan, you figure you're going to spend a lot of money on something like this, which you usually would, but I got it on sale. It's really nice. And it does its job. It heats up what I want it to heat up. It doesn't break. I mean, I've been using this for a year and beating it. And I have yet to find a fault with it. So this is from Soto. This is basically your regulator stove. Everything just folds down. And you got a little carrying case for it. So, my stove part. Get into my pans. Basically Montbell cook set. Very basic aluminum, very lightweight. I have my pot and my pan. This is what I'm going to be using to cook. Basically, if I'm going to be cooking up my food, like my chili, my unstuffed peppers, which you're going to be seeing videos of that here in the near future of me actually cooking up in the recipes. And also they're dehydrated, so that's what I'm going to be using for that. And the the pan pot, I'm going to be using this to cook my breakfasts. Can't go anywhere without my coffee cup. This aluminum coffee cup, double-walled. Oh, sorry, it's not aluminum. It's stainless steel, double-walled stainless steel. The paracord does not come with this cup. I put this on myself. Kind of a little hobby of mine working with paracord. So, my coffee cup. I don't go anywhere without this. This is my bushcraft kettle. I just love this thing to death. I don't mind carrying it. It's a little bit bigger, but I do not mind carrying it. It does its job. It works. I love it. And also, if you take it all apart, it'll actually fit into the Montbell pan. If I want to, I can throw my coffee cup in it and just pack everything up, condense everything. That's my coffee cup. Now, those of you, if you were in the Boy Scouts between the 1970s and 80s, you'll remember one of these, but they looked a lot bigger. Knife and fork kit that separate. They're on a comeback. Very compact. Stick it in your bag and forget about it. I put it inside the pans. They work. It has a fork, a knife. They fold down. Nice carrying case. So that's what I used to eat with. Using a all-in-one spork and fork, that's just something that's longer, and I don't want longer. I want more compact. So that's that. For my nightcaps, my flask. Okay. Genesee flask. It has 3 shot glasses in there. On a cold night, a little shot of whiskey or bourbon, whichever your poison is, keeps you warm. Going from there, I'm going to go over to the first aid kit. First aid kit's a basic first aid kit. I did add extras in here. For example, I have my allergy medicine. I have some Motrin and some painkillers. I do have an emergency blanket, a reflective blanket, which I can use if I do get cold. I can put that in my sleeping bag and reflect the heat back. Basic first aid kit comes with everything, including a whistle. Now, a lot of stuff that you can get in America, like tourniquets and stuff like that, this does not have. I wish I did have them. I'm going to be making another first aid kit when I go back to America. That's going to be my own personal first aid kit that I put together. I've done it before. I am medically trained, so I actually know what to put inside of them. They work really, really well. I always carry this on me. I usually carry this in my car, but as today I'm doing my loadout video, so this right here is my first aid kit. Moving on, water. Water. I'm going to be hiking with my 3-liter platypus. What is this? My 3-liter platypus reservoir with hose. This goes into my reservoir pocket in my my backpack. Hose comes out. I can keep on drinking. It's 3 liters. Problem with 3 liters. 3 liters is 6 pounds. It's 2 pounds per liter, and it can weigh you down. So I'll have that just for the hiking part on the lower ends. Then I will always carry this. This right here I usually keep empty. There's a little water in it. Just washing it out a little bit. This right here, there's a lot of rivers and lakes up there. I can actually put this in the water, grab some water, and then I can use my filter system to filter it out. This is also 3 liters. I will not fill this up and carry it with me up a mountain. I will keep this empty in my bag. If I come across a stream, and my bladder is empty, I can actually filter the water using this in my filter system, and I'll have nice, clean drinking water. Next part of that is my filtration system. This is called the Sawyer Mini. You can see it has a big arrow flow. You screw it in to here or to your big bag. Turn it upside down and squeeze it. The water, clean water, comes right out the end, and it is clean water. This has worked faithfully, using some questionable water, I must say, that I've drank, but it works. It does work. It has a 0.03 micron, a 0.1 micron absolute hollow fiber membrane water filter system. It does come with this squeeze bag. I don't like the squeeze bag. Sawyer, do something about this. They suck. The squeeze bags are horrible. They don't open up. It's hard to get water. You actually have to scoop them and scoop them and scoop them, or you have to bring something else to pour them in, which defeats the purpose of having the bag in the first place. But for the filter system, this right here, the Sawyer Mini, works great. Pair it up with a plunger. So before I go on this 4-day excursion, I will actually plunge this out, and that'll last for about 2.5 months of use. So always clean it out before you go on your trips. Okay, let's get into electronics next. Oh, actually, let's get into stay with the basics. So I have my fire kit, a lighter. I always carry an extra lighter on me, but I also have a ferro rod. This right here is just my ferronesium rod. I always carry one. There's one in my car. I have one on my knife at all times, just in case you need it. Say on my stove, if the igniter fails, I can still light it using this, which I'll show you in another video. Then on top of that, I have my knife, BK Becker knife. Looks a lot different than you'd find on Amazon because I stripped off all the coating. I actually purposely tarnished the blade because I like the way it looks. I put on new micarta handles, and I also changed the grind on it. It was a straight grind. I changed it to a Scandi grind. After I changed it to a Scandi grind, I stopped sharpening it with any type of tools. I only sharpen this with leather. Believe it or not, I strop it on a stropping stick, which is basically leather with a little compound on it. Just strop it, strop it, strop it. This thing is razor sharp. I use this to cut wood with. I use this to start fires with. I use this for everything. It's a little bit heavier. A lot of people don't like heavier knives. I'm a big guy. I like a heavy knife. There's my knife. Moving on to electronics. Okay, electronics. First, headlamp. Basic headlamp. Right here, I believe it's a 250 to 500 lumen headlamp. It does have different modes. Uses AA battery. Very basic, but it does the job. It does rotate. So, very, very nice. I got this out here at a home center. Very cheap. Next, my handheld flashlight, which this one right here is from Echo Gear FX. This is a 2500 lumen light that uses 18650 batteries, which they last a long time. I love using those batteries. Let's see. It does have a zoom feature, so you can zoom out and zoom in. It does, you can do SOS. You can do whatever you want with it. Turn it on and see. Then you can actually zoom in, and that will give you the 2500 lumens. Zoom it out. Gives a nice beam. It's a little shaky right now because I haven't charged the battery in a while. It works. It really does. It's waterproof. It's bulletproof. I've dropped this many, many times. If you do not want to use an 18650 battery, there's an adapter for it, so you can use a AA battery. So that's it. Basic flashlight works really, really well. Comes with a nice carrying case. I have it paired up with a aluminum carabiner so I can hook it onto my backpack. I'm going to be also carrying one 5,200 milliamp hour dual recharging units right here. This is one. Basically, you can get these at any store out here in Japan. They're relatively inexpensive, and they work. Just charge them up, throw them in your bag, and just go. And they'll last. This will charge a phone three times, I believe. So that's for my phone. Then I have my big one. This is a 13,500 amp hour milliamp hour battery. It works as a recharging unit. If you're using this as a battery bank, it works very, very well. I forgot the company that actually makes it. But when I bought this, there was a little bit of false advertising involved with this, because this panel right here is actually a solar panel. And they claim that it's solar charge. You can charge up your cell phone with it in 9 days. That's how long it'll take you. 9 days in direct sunlight. I mean, that's talking 12 to 13 hours a day in direct sunlight to charge this. And it'll take 9 days to charge a cell phone. If you're going to use this as a solar charger, I don't recommend this at all. In that case, it's junk. But as a battery bank, it works. You can get 6, 7 charges to your cell phone on this, no problem. It has dual USB, so you can charge 2 things at the same time. And when you're a YouTuber and you're carrying a lot of gear, carrying batteries, yeah, this comes in handy. I do keep this strapped on the back just to keep it in the sun, maybe to get a little charge while I'm hiking, but use this as a battery bank only. It works great. It does have a light feature, which I think I jammed it a little bit, or it's not charged right now. But as a battery, it works. As a solar charger, this is a piece of junk. Don't buy it. If there's other better solar chargers out there, I'll probably be picking one up and doing a review on it for everyone. But as a battery bank, it works. I still use it. And the last piece of my electronics is this right here. If you are a smoker and you want to quit smoking, I highly recommend a vape. These things, this will save your life. It really, really will. If you had anybody that ever suffered from any type of lung disease or lung cancer, or had a family member that you've lost to lung cancer, pick up one of these and quit smoking. You don't have to use these forever. Basically, you can use it to weed yourself off of the nicotine addiction, because that's the only thing you're addicted to is the nicotine. Everything else will get out of your system rather quick. Just the nicotine's hard, and it can give you anxiety and the shakes and all that. But with this, you can actually add juice that has nicotine in it and slowly weed yourself down off of nicotine, so then you can just stop. But they work great. And not a problem. This one right here is called G Grip 2 from Smock. So this goes into my electronics kit because I was a former smoker. Okay. Trekking poles. Cascade, carbon fiber trekking poles, very light, very durable. I have beat these up like you wouldn't believe. I got these very cheap off of Amazon. Very, very cheap. I've used these as tent poles with a tarp. I've used these as part of my sleep system many times. I've hiked many, many, many miles using these trekking poles. They're light, they're durable, they don't get in the way. If I don't use them, they strap onto my backpack. Very, very good. They're made from Cascade, Mountain Tech. They're not the screw-in, they are the locks, which I like the locks better. And they are carbon fiber. So very, very light, very durable. I recommend these a lot. And for the price, go for it. Paracord, I always carry a little bundle of paracord on me just in case I need it. If I need to put up a shelter, if I need to tie up something, or say if I get injured, I can make a splint using this. So that's that. Now, get into what I'm going to be carrying all this in, which is my Osprey Aether 70 liter right here. This right here is an AG bag, an anti-gravity bag. All right, I'll explain that in a second. But features, you have your brain, okay? Cool part about this brain, you can disconnect it and it turns into a day pack that has a hydration system. You can actually put your water bladder in there, it has a little port to come out. You're good to go. So you can make a base camp and go out hiking and not worry, bring an extra bag. You already have the extra bag right here. It has 2 pockets on top, and plus when it opens up the bag, it has a huge pocket. Really, really nice brain. I got the orange for visibility. So there you go. Moving on, it has a flap that goes over it. Say if I take off the brain and I just want to use the flap to lose some weight, I can use just the flap. Inside it has a hydration sleeve with 2 hydration ports. Has a front pocket right here, which basically I can put a layer in here, rain jacket. If it's if I want clothes to dry, I just stick it right in the front pocket right here. It does have a little drain on it, which is nice. This whole front opens up, so I don't even have to open up my pack to get at something. Right here, it just opens all up, so I have all this space. 70 liters is a lot of room. YKK zippers, pull strings, it's great. Here I got my sleeping bag compartment, and that's it on that side. Turn it over. I have 2 pockets right here. This one, a good size, fits a cell phone. This will fit all the other stuff. Right here, just basic pockets. When you open it up, this is where the anti-gravity comes in. I can't say anything bad about this backpack. This is probably one of the best backpacks I have ever owned. And I've owned a few backpacks. Actually, my last backpack, I bought an Amazon Basics backpack. I was going to do a review on it, but I'm going to direct you over to a buddy of mine, a fellow YouTuber. His name's Luke from the Outdoor Gear Review. Watch his gear review on the Amazon Basics. He does a very, very good review, basically the same exact review I was going to give, but watch the follow-up video. You're going to like it. I loved it. I thought it was one of the best things I ever seen. Okay. Now, the reason why they call this anti-gravity, you can put a lot of weight into this, literally a ton of weight, say 35, 40 pounds into this bag. You're going to feel like you're only carrying 15, 20 pounds. So just the way this harness system is with the mesh, it feels like you're carrying nothing. It really does. You have all your straps to tie stuff on, but it is a great backpack. I'm going to be giving a full review on this backpack. It is phenomenal. There's nothing bad I can say about this backpack. It's literally the best backpack I've ever owned. For 70, like I said, I am not a light backpacker, as you can see with all my gear, but highly recommend it. But that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. During this video, I'm actually testing out my Lavalier mic that I'll be taking on this trip. The other gear I'll bring my Panasonic camcorder for video, a tripod, batteries, and all that stuff. I'll go over all my camera stuff at a later date. But I'm also thinking about bringing my DSLR because I'm also a photographer, and it's one of my passions also is taking photos. But that's my gear loadout. I hope you enjoyed it. That's not including my food and my base layer. My food basically is going to be unstuffed peppers, dehydrated. You'll get the recipe. Dehydrated chili, which also you're going to get the recipe for that. I'll be buying some other stuff for breakfast, like soups and stuff like that for breakfast, and all those little knickknacks. But that's going to basically be it for my loadout video. So I hope you enjoyed. See you the next time. Bye.